I found a ticket stub in my pocket, opened, almost blank, like a memory trying to disappear politely. It was for a movie, I don't remember the title smudged, the date half gone, but I remember the feeling of sitting in the dark, pretending I was fine. I used to love theaters because they let you borrow someone else's story and hide your own for 2 hours. Today the stub felt heavy, not because of paper, because of what I did then. How I swallowed loneliness and called it patience. I placed it on the table, flattened it gently and told myself proof doesn't have to be dramatic to be real. At work a co-worker joked about life being a movie, and I smiled, but my mind drifted to the quiet scenes nobody edits. The scenes where you sit alone checking your phone under the armrest glow, hoping someone chooses you before the credits roll. Lunch was simple, soup and rice. I ate slowly because I'm learning not to rush through my own care. In the afternoon I held the ticket stub again and thought about you, not with blame, with clarity. You weren't the villain, you were just inconsistent, and I kept treating inconsistency like a mystery to solve. I wrote in my notebook, inconsistent love turns into self-interrogation. Then I underlined it because it felt like a diagnosis. After work I walked past the theater, posters bright, people lined up smiling with plans, and I didn't feel jealous. I felt proud that I no longer need a shared ticket to justify my evening. At home I put the stub inside my notebook, not as nostalgia, as evidence that I survived the quieter chapters. I brewed tea, sat with the lamp on, and listened to the hum of my fridge, steady, loyal. Before bed I wrote one last line, proof can be small, so can progress. And I slept without replaying the old scenes. The laundry room was warm, steam in the air, machines humming like tired animals doing their job. I carried my basket down heavy, not with clothes, with weeks, with delay, with I'll do it later. That became a lifestyle. The dryer door opened, hot breath, and I felt jealous of how easily clothes get restored when you just put them in the right place. I poured detergent, watched the blue liquid fall, clean scent rising in thought. Cleaning is honest, you don't pretend, you remove. I used to pretend with you, pretend I wasn't hurt, pretend I understood, pretend soon that's something. Now I'm sorting whites, darks, truth, fantasy, and choose. losing what belongs where the washer started, water rushing in. A sudden loud fill in my chest, tightened then loosened, because the sound was just sound. At work I kept thinking about cycles, how things repeat until you interrupt them. Lunch was fast, I still chewed slowly, cause I'm practicing a calmer tempo for my own nervous system. In the afternoon I checked the washer mid-cycle, soap bubbles spinning, and I watched like it was a planet turning without me. I wrote in my notebook, some things clean themselves once you start. Then I edit, starting is the hard part. The dryer beeped and I folded warm shirts, feeling heat in my hands like a small borrowed comfort. At home I put clean clothes away, drawer by drawer, and felt the satisfaction of finishing. Before bed I smelled my sleeves, fresh, simple, and whispered, reset, not as a slogan, as a real thing I can do in my life. I drank water from a paper cup at the office, thin, flimsy, making my fingers feel bigger than they are. The cup bent slightly when I held it too tight, and I realized I do that, hold things too tight. When I'm scared they'll spill. I used to hold you like that, not physically, emotionally gripping your attention so it wouldn't slip away. But attention isn't water and love isn't something you can squeeze into staying. In the break room a coworker asked how you been, and I almost said find the automatic lie. Instead I said better than last month and smiled, because honesty doesn't have to be heavy to be real. Cup went soft from warmth of my hands, and I thought softness is not failure, softness is proof you're alive. At lunch I sat by the window, watched clouds move slow and different, and it felt comforting that the sky doesn't rush. In the afternoon I made a small decision to stop checking our old chat thread for one full day. One day sounds small, but small decisions are how you rebuild a life. After work I walked past a convenience store and didn't go in, even though habit wanted a quick sugar fix, a quick distraction. I went home instead, made tea, sat at my table and listened to the quiet. Paper cup courage followed me, that thin container that still did its job without being strong looking. I wrote in my notebook, courage can be flimsy and still hold. Then I wrote, I don't need to feel invincible to choose peace. Before bed I washed one cup, not paper, ceramic, and like the weight of it steady in my hand. I turned off the light and felt my chest a little steadier too, like a cup that doesn't bend when held gently. Groceries for one, and didn't feel embarrassed. Not this time, not like before. A basket with rice, eggs, apples, 1 carton of milk and a small pack of soup. Simple, sufficient. I used to shop as if I was preparing for someone else, buying extra just in case you came around. Just in case was my favorite fantasy, and it kept me spending time, money, dignity on a future that didn't arrive. The store lights were bright, music soft overhead, and I watched families choose dinner together like coordination is normal. For a second, my throat tightened and loosened because I remembered comparison is optional. At checkout, the cashier asked, "Any plans tonight?" And I said, "Just resting," and it sounded like a real plan. Outside, the bags cut into my fingers slightly, and I liked the sensation because it was honest. Wait for honest choices. At home, I put food away, organized the fridge, and felt calm seeing my life arranged in shelves. I cooked rice, fried an egg, ate at the table, and tasted the comfort of being accounted for by myself. Later, I opened my notebook and wrote, "Groceries for one is not loneliness, it's reliability." I thought about you briefly, then let it go, because dinner was warm and my room was quiet, and that's enough for a Monday. Before bed, I washed the pan, put it back, and realized how satisfying it is to complete small loops without anyone's approval. I turned off the light and whispered, "Enough." Not resigned, content. The shower steam filled the bathroom, soft fog on the mirror. Water hitting tile, a steady sound that doesn't ask questions. I stood under it, eyes closed, and let heat loosen my shoulders like it knew where I carry my years. Steam always feels like truth because it shows up without pretending. It covers everything and still lets you breathe. I used to hold my breath around you, not literally, but in the way I measured words so you wouldn't disappear. In the shower, I don't measure anything. Water falls and I exist, and that feels like freedom. I watched soap rinse away white trails down my arms and thought I should be able to rinse guilt as easily as this. But guilt clings because it's emotional soap scum built up from days you blamed yourself for someone else's absence. I leaned my forehead against the tile, cool for a second, then warm again, and that temperature shift felt like life. dripped slowly and disappeared, which made me smile because reminders don't have to last if they imprint. I got dressed, soft clothes, clean skin, and made tea, the usual. But tonight the usual felt holy because it didn't include anxiety. I sat at the table and wrote, steam clears the mirror, not the memory, but I can still see myself again. Evening was quiet, no messages, no surprises, just my breath slow. And even before bed I touched my face, warm from the shower, and whispered here, not to anyone else, to me.
I made a copy of my key today. The machine screamed a little metal on metal, like it was protesting how permanent doors can be. The clerk didn't look up, just asked how many copies, and I almost said just one, for someone who won't come. I didn't say it, I smiled and said one, because I'm learning not to narrate my pain to strangers. The new key felt heavier, fresh cut edges, cold weight, a small symbol. Access is a decision. I used to hand out access too early, too generously, because I thought trust was how you prove love. But trust without patterns is just gambling, and I'm tired of losing politely. At work I kept the key in my pocket, fingers touching it like a reminder that I can choose who enters my peace. Lunch was quiet, I watched people talk about weekend trips and felt nothing sharp, just neutral, which is progress. In the afternoon I cleaned my bag, found receipts, old gum wrappers, and one photo I forgot I carried. I stared at the photo long enough to feel the old pole, then long enough to let it pass. I wrote in my notebook, access is not affection. Then I wrote, affection shows up without needing a spare key. After work I came home, stood at my door and listened to the lock click open, that clean mechanical sound inside. The apartment smelled familiar, my soap, my tea, my laundry, and I felt grateful for a home that doesn't confuse me. I put the copy key in a drawer labeled backup, not hope. Backup is practical, hope is emotional, and I'm trying to separate them. Before bed I check the lock once, then stop, because security isn't rechecking forever, it's choosing wisely. I turned off the light and felt the day end, like a door closing softly, not slammed, just certain.
The library was quieter than my mind. Rows of books, soft footsteps, a place built for restraint. I chose a corner table near a window, light pale and gentle, and opened my notebook like it was a book. I'm still writing. People whispered, even their laughter felt respectful, and I realized silence can be shared without being awkward. I used to fear quiet because quiet with you meant distance, meant punishment, meant figure it out alone. But library quiet is different. It says we are here together and we don't need to perform. I wrote a rule on the first line: speak softly to yourself. Then I paused because I don't always. I read a few pages, not for knowledge, for steadiness. Books don't vanish mid-sentence. At lunch, I ate a small sandwich outside the library and felt sunlight touch my cheek like approval. In the afternoon, I went back inside and wrote, I don't need loud love, I need consistent love. The words looked simple, but they felt expensive, like a truth I paid for. I remembered how I used to raise my voice, not in anger and urgency, trying to be heard by someone who wasn't listening. And now I'm practicing a different kind of power. Quiet decisions, quiet exits, quiet self-respect. Before leaving, I returned a book to the desk. The librarian stamped it, date printed clean like closure. I walked home carrying nothing borrowed and felt proud because I didn't need to take something to feel full. At home I made tea and kept my voice low, even alone, as if the library rule followed me. Before bed I wrote one last line: quiet doesn't mean empty, quiet means safe. And I slept like a page finally turned. A small umbrella today, the cheap folding kind that rattles in the wind and barely looks brave. The sky was uncertain, gray and thin, and I used to love uncertainty because it felt romantic, like anything could happen. Now uncertainty just feels like weather, and I prefer being prepared. The umbrella opened with a snap, a sudden bloom, and the rain started right after, as if the world was testing my readiness. I walked to work, feet careful on wet pavement, and felt proud of a simple thing. I didn't get soaked waiting for maybe to decide. At lunch I watch co-workers run from the rain, laughing and I smile too, 'cause joy doesn't offend me anymore. In the afternoon rain got heavier and the umbrella struggled wind, pushing it sideways, frame flexing. I tightened my grip, then loosened it, because force isn't always the answer. Sometimes you adjust your angle. That thought followed me, adjust angle, not dignity. To bend until I flipped inside out, trying to fit your mood, trying to make your absence look like a temporary glitch. But I'm not an umbrella, I'm a person. After work I walked home slowly, rain tapping above me, steady percussion and the umbrella held. At home I shook it dry, water spraying on the floor, and laughed, because even preparation makes a mess sometimes. I wrote in my notebook, pride can be practical. Then I wrote, preparedness is a form of self-love. Before bed, I left the umbrella by the door, not glamorous, but ready. And I slept, feeling like a person who can handle weather without calling it fate. I made sticky rice, not fancy, just the kind that fills the room with a soft sweetness. The rice cooker clicked, steam rising, and the smell felt like a blanket around my ribs. I used to search for comfort in your attention, and late night calls and sudden apologies, because I mistook intensity for care. Now I search for comfort in food, in warm rooms, in routines that don't disappear. I stirred the rice, watched it clump, white and glossy, and thought some things are allowed to stick together when they're meant to. I ate slowly alone and didn't call it sad, I called it peaceful. At work I was quieter, not withdrawn, just contained, like a cup that doesn't spill when pumped. In the afternoon someone criticized my work, small comment, sharp edge, and I didn't crumble. I thought of rice again, soft doesn't mean weak, soft can hold shape. After work I went home, made tea, and ate one more small bowl, because repetition
is sometimes healing. I wrote in my notebook, comfort doesn't have to be earned. Then I wrote, I'm done begging for it. Before bed, I washed the bowl, water warm on my hands, and felt grateful for a day that didn't break me. I turned off the light and whispered, soft is okay, like a permission I needed for years. I opened my calendar and saw white space, an empty evening, no plans, no obligations. My first reaction was panic, like emptiness is a problem to solve quickly. Then I breathed and looked again, white space like snow, clean, quiet, possible. I used to fill white space with you, or with chasing you, because an empty evening felt like a verdict. Nobody chose you. But maybe white space is not rejection. Maybe it's rest, maybe it's room to hear yourself. I made dinner slowly, music low, and didn't rush to turn the night into something impressive. I sat at the table, lamp on, and wrote, empty is not failure. Then I wrote, empty is capacity. In the afternoon, I declined an invitation politely, not because I hate people, because I wanted to keep my white space. Keeping white space felt like holding a boundary against a world that expects you to be constantly available. Outside cars passed and the city sounded busy, but my room stayed calm like it had a secret. I thought about you once, then let it go, because tonight was mine and I didn't want to rent it out to memory. I took a shower, folded clothes, did small cleaning, and each task felt like placing furniture in a new life. Before bed, I looked at the calendar again, white space still there, hunched, and I felt proud. Final line tonight, I kept my empty evening. I kept my peace, and I slept like white space is a gift I finally know how to accept. Fold promise into a small square and put it in my wallet, even though I know I'll never need about returns, it was about proof. The way my brain still likes evidence for ordinary choices. I used to collect evidence and love to screenshots, timestamps, tone changes, trying to prove I wasn't imagining things. But if you need proof to feel safe, maybe you're not safe. Maybe you're just learning to survive quietly at work. I watched a coworker laugh easily, not performing, just existing. And I realized how expensive ease feels when you're used to tension. Lunch was a cheap meal, eating slowly. I let myself enjoy it without adding guilt as seasoning. In the afternoon I checked my bank app, numbers small but stable. And I felt a calm pride because stability is built in boring ways. After work I walked home, wallet in pocket, receipt folded neatly. And I thought I can promise myself small things and keep them. Promise to drink water, promise to sleep, promise not to text you when loneliness tries to use my hands. At home I clean the table, put the kettle on, and listen to the soft clicks of normal life. I opened my notebook and wrote, my promises are quieter now than I wrote. They still count. I remembered how you'd promise with big words, then disappear like the word itself was the gift. Now I'm done receiving words as payment. Before bed I took the folded receipt out, looked at the date and smiled, because today happened and I didn't ruin it with waiting. I put it back, a curtain turned off the light, like closing a store after a decent day. The bus stop was crowded but quiet. Everyone staring at screens like the world is safer when you don't look up. My breath made small clouds, winter air cold, and I watched them disappear like proof that endings can be gentle. The bus was late and nobody complained, just small shifts of weight, a collective patience that felt unfamiliar. I used to complain internally when you were late, but I'd still wait as if my time was less valuable than your comfort. Now the bus is late and I think either it arrives or I choose another route. That thought feels adult, not bitter, just clear. At work someone asked me to do something last minute, and I said I can do it tomorrow, and the world didn't collapse. Lunch came, I ate outside for 5 minutes, cold air waking me, and I felt alive in a simple way. In the afternoon a message popped up from an old group chat, your name visible in my chest tightened. I didn't open it, I breathed slowly like the bus stop breathe, appearing and disappearing without drama. After work I waited again, same bus stop, same air, and I realized
resentful, just moving forward. At home I made tea, sat down and wrote, my breath is enough company. Then I wrote, I don't need to chase presents. Before bed, I listened to my own breathing, steady, soft, and felt proud of the calm I'm become. Notebook spine is cracking, the cover bending, pages swelling from too many honest days. I used to keep notebooks pretty, no stains, no bent corners, as if neatness could protect me from mess. Now the notebook looks used like it lived, and I think maybe I'm finally living too. At work I carried it in my bag, feeling its weight, and it felt like armor, not against people, against forgetting myself. Section where I write what I can't say out loud. I wrote, I am not a waiting room. Then I paused because that sentence used to scare me. It sounds like leaving, it sounds like ending, but endings can be healthy, like closing a book after you finish the chapter, instead of rereading pain for hidden meanings. Sunlight hit the table and felt steady without needing entertainment. In the afternoon, someone praised my work and I accepted it without deflecting, like I'm learning to receive good things without suspicion. After work, I sat on my bed, opened the notebook and traced the cracked spine with my finger. Like scars, not ugly, just evidence that something held on through pressure. I wrote, strength is not stiffness, strength is bending and not breaking. Evening came and I didn't check my phone for you, for anyone, just silence. Before bed I closed the notebook, heard the soft thump of cover meeting cover, and it sounded like closure I can create. I turned off the light and whispered, good job, not performative, real. Corner store clerk remembered my face and said, same coffee, like I belong somewhere, even in a tiny way. I nodded and felt warmth, not from coffee, from recognition that doesn't demand anything. I used to chase recognition from you, proof I mattered, proof I was chosen, proof I wasn't replaceable. But real recognition is simple, it doesn't keep keep you guessing. It doesn't arrive late with excuses. At work, I kept thinking about small kindness, how it accumulates like coins in a jar. Lunch was quick, I still sat down, still ate slowly, because I'm practicing being present instead of surviving fast. In the afternoon, someone cut in line at the elevator, and I felt irritation rise then fall. I said calmly, "Excuse me," I was next, and they stepped back, and I felt proud because my voice didn't shake. After work I went to the corner store again, bought a snack, and the clerk smiled, not flirting, not performing, just human. I walked home holding the warm cup and thought, this is the kind of interaction my nervous system likes. No tests, no hidden meanings, no punishment, silence. At home I drank coffee slowly, watched the steam rise, and wrote, kindness is not rare. I was just looking in the wrong places. Before bed I rinsed the cup, set it upside down to dry, and felt calm, like my life is learning a softer rhythm. I flipped my pillow to the cool side, and the relief was immediate, small, physical, honest. It made me think how much of my life I tried to fix emotionally, when I could have started with small, honest relief. I used to stay in discomfort too long because I thought endurance was love, because I thought waiting proved devotion. But devotion to the wrong thing is just delayed pain. At work, my neck was tense and I didn't ignore it. I stretched, rolled my shoulders, and felt proud for listening early. Lunch came, I ate slowly and drank water, because my body deserves basics without bargaining. In the afternoon I caught myself thinking, maybe you'll change, and I laughed quietly, because maybe it's not a plan I wrote, maybe it's a hallway I'm choosing, rooms with doors. After work I came home, made tea, dimmed the lights, and let my evening be quiet. I washed my face, brushed my teeth, and got into bed earlier than usual. Not as escape, as respect. Flipped the pillow again, coolness against my cheek, and felt my chest soften, because comfort can be chosen without anyone's permission. In the dark, I thought about you briefly, then let the thought pass like turning to the other side, so the ache doesn't stay. stay in one place before sleep. I whispered, really is allowed, and my body believed me enough to rest. Desk drawer today, pulled everything out, pens, clips, old notes, dust hiding in corners like small forgotten years. Some receipts curled up like dried leaves, some coins, some broken staples, and a keychain with a charm I don't use. I lined things up on the desk and felt embarrassed by how much I keep, just in case. Just in case is a religion I used to follow with you. Just in case you called, just in case you cared, just in case you chose me. But objects don't lie, they just sit in the drawer. Showed me how much waiting turns into clutter. At work, someone asked me for a file, and I found it quickly because I'd organized, and that small success felt like a new identity. Lunch was quiet, I ate slowly and watched my hands move calmly like they aren't in crisis anymore. In the afternoon, I threw away 3 dried pens, and it felt symbolic because dead tools don't deserve storage. I wrote in my notebook, stop giving drawer space to things that don't work. Then I stared at the line and smiled because it isn't just about pens. After work, I came home and cleaned one shelf, not the whole apartment, just one shelf, because I'm learning small completions matter. The shelf looked cleaner and my chest felt cleaner too, like my body likes visible order. Before bed, I opened the drawer again, smooth, quiet, empty enough, and I felt proud, like I made room for better days. I wrote today, I removed what was dead, I didn't argue with it, and I slept lighter without needing proof. Coffee lid snapped on tight, a clean click, and I felt satisfaction too big for a lid. I realized I crave certainty, the kind that fits, the kind that seals, the kind that doesn't leak. I used to accept leaks in love, late replies, half promises, moods that spilled onto my day. Now I watch a lid click and I think, like cold air shot, and the coffee stayed warm because the lid did its job. In the afternoon, someone asked for a quick favor that wasn't quick, and I said I can't today, and my stomach tightened then relaxed. The world didn't punish me for saying no, and that surprised the old version of me. After work I walked home, coffee cup in hand, lid steady, no spills, and I felt proud of small reliability. At home I washed the cup, took the lid off, and watched water run clear like honest endings. I wrote in my notebook, sealed is not cold, sealed is safe. Then I added, safe lets you soften. Before bed I made tea, no lid, just a warm mug in my hands, and I felt calm because safety doesn't always need armor once you choose it. Returning a hollow version of me, following behind. I took the stairs because the elevator felt too tight, too mirrored, too much like memory. The stairwell smelled like concrete and dust and old paint, and I liked it because it was honest and not trying to charm me. My footsteps sounded loud and I thought I've been quiet too long, not in volume, in permission. I used to swallow words with you, so the air stayed peaceful, but peace built on swallowing becomes sickness. At work I spoke up again, small correction, small truth, and it felt like a step upward, not a fight. Lunch was a long night, slowly, and didn't punish myself with comparison. In the afternoon I caught my reflection in a glass door, and my posture looked stronger, like stairs strained my spine, one step at a time. After work I climbed stairs again, counting steps, not as exercise as grounding. One step, one breath, one decision to keep moving without performing progress. At home my legs ache slightly and I smile, because it can be proof of movement, not damage. I wrote in my notebook, echoes are just sound. Past voices don't get to lead me unless I invite them. Before bed I listened to the quiet and felt no echo, only my breath steady like the top of the stairs where you finally stop climbing and just stand. water bottle has markings, lines and numbers, telling me how much I should drink to stay alive. I used to hate that instructions, as if my body needs supervision. But today I liked it because clarity feels gentle when it's for my benefit. I drank to the first line, then the second small sip, small completions, and it felt like keeping a promise to myself. At work, I watched notifications pile up and didn't react immediately. I answered in order like I'm reorganizing my sense of urgency. Lunch came, I drank water first, then ate and felt steady, not lightheaded from forgetting basics. In the afternoon, I hit the third line and smiled, because progress can be measured without pressure. I thought about you, how I measured your love in crumbs, in delayed replies, and I miss you texts that arrived after damage. Now I'm measuring something better, care I can count on. After work I walked home, water bottle in my bag, and the slosh sound felt like a small companion. At home I refilled it, watched the water rise, clean, clear, no drama. I wrote in my notebook, markings don't control me, they guide me. Then I added, I deserve guidance that helps. Before bed I drank the last sip, hit the final line and whispered, done. Not perfection, just completion. The blanket felt heavier tonight, not in a bad way, in a grounding way, like gravity, deciding to be kind. I lay down early, pulled it up to my chin, and felt my body finally stop negotiating with rest. I used to sleep lightly, waiting for a message, waiting for your mood, waiting for proof that I mattered. Now I sleep heavier because I've stopped running my nights to uncertainty. At work I wore a sweater, soft and plain, and didn't try to look like I'm fine, I just look like me. Lunch was quiet, I ate slowly and listened to my own thoughts without judging them. In the afternoon I felt sadness arrive suddenly, no trigger, just weather inside. I didn't panic, I didn't text you, I let sadness sit like a guest who will leave if you don't feed it drama. After work I came home, made tea, dimmed the lights and chose the heavy blanket on purpose. Under it my breathing slowed, my shoulders physical. I wrote in my notebook, weight is not pressure, weight is comfort when it's chosen. Then I added, I'm choosing comfort. Before bed, I listened to the city outside, distant cars, and felt separate in a good way. I turned off the lamp, and the blanket held me steady, like a promise I can actually. My phone case has a scratch, a thin white line right near the corner, like a scar that doesn't hurt but stays visible. I rubbed it with my thumb without thinking, the way I rub at worries until they feel familiar. I used to try to erase scratches, replace things quickly, as if new surfaces could make me a new person. But today I just noticed it and let it be there, because repair is not always replacement. Sometimes it's acceptance. At work, I dropped my phone lightly, caught it before it hit the ground. Heart jumping and settling, and I laughed at myself. I'm still easily startled by small risks, because bigger risks train my nerves for years. Lunch was quick, I slowed down anyway, because my body doesn't deserve my hurry. In the afternoon, I saw your name and a suggested contact, and my stomach tightened like the scratch line turned into a nerve. I closed the screen, didn't spiral, and felt proud, because I'm learning a trigger is not a command. After work, I walked home, phone in my pocket, scratch still there, and it felt like proof that I can carry imperfection without calling it disaster. Without calling it disaster. At home, I wipe the case clean, not to erase the scratch, to care for what I have. I wrote in my notebook, marks don't ruin things. Then I wrote, some marks are proof you didn't quit. You didn't quit. Before bed, I set my phone down, screen dark, scratch catching a little light, and I felt calm, because my peace doesn't depend on perfect surfaces anymore. Kettle clicked off, and the sound felt like a boundary, a clear ending to waiting. I poured hot water, watched steam rise, and realized I like devices that finish what they start. I used to excuse unfinished things, unfinished conversations, unfinished apologies, because I thought people are complicated. But complicated is not the same as careless. At work a task came in late and I didn't rush. I scheduled it like an adult in the world, accepting my pace. Lunch was soup, I ate slowly and felt grateful for heat in winter. In the afternoon my thoughts tried to reopen old arguments with you. Imaginary courtroom, imaginary verdict. I shut it down like a kettle clicking off and whispered, done, not cruel, just final. After work I came home, made tea again, kettle humming, reliable, no drama. The click happened exactly on time, and it made me smile, because certainty can be soothing when you lived with maybe. I wrote in my notebook, endings are allowed. Then I wrote, I don't have to stay in simmering water to prove I care. Before bed I cleaned the cup and listened to the quiet kitchen. No humming, no beeping, just rest. I turned off the light and let the day click off cleanly. Sanitizer smells like hospitals. Sharp alcohol, clean and sterile. And today that smell made me think of endings. I used it after the subway, rubbed my hands fast until the cold evaporated. And I thought cleaning is quick, but healing is not. At work I sanitized again after shaking someone's hand, and I felt how normal it is to protect yourself without apology. I used to apologize for protection, for boundaries, for being too sensitive, as if my comfort was a flaw. Lunch came, I ate quietly and watched sunlight hit the floor like a warm opposite to the sanitizer smell. In the afternoon, a memory hit me, sharp, unexpected, like alcohol on a cut in my chest tight. I didn't chase it, I let it sting, then pass, because pain doesn't need a stage to be real. After work I went to a small shop, bought a tiny bottle for my bag, not out of fear, out of care. At home I cleaned the table, wiped the phone screen, and felt calm, seeing surfaces clear. I wrote in my notebook, sterile is not cold, sterile is safe. Then I added, I'm allowed to keep my space clean. Before bed I smelled my hands again, faint alcohol, then nothing. And I like that, the scent disappears, but the protection remains. My lunchbox lid didn't close right, kept lifting a tiny gap like it refused to pretend. I pressed it down once, twice, and it popped back up. And I laughed because some things won't seal no matter how politely you try. It reminded me of us, how I tried to make a life out of gaps, out of misfits, out of almost. At work I ate at my desk, and the lid sat beside me, finally open, finally honest. And I thought open is better than pretending closed. In the afternoon, someone asked, "Are you okay?" And I said, "I'm learning which is the truth and enough." After work, I bought a new lunchbox, not expensive, just one that fits. And I felt strangely emotional because choosing what fits used to feel selfish. At home I packed tomorrow's lunch, closed the lid, and it clicked, clean and complete. I wrote in my notebook, fit is not luxury. Then I wrote, fit is basic. And that sentence felt like a new rule for everything. Before bed I looked at the lunchbox again. Simple plastic, quiet click, and felt calm because my life doesn't need gaps to feel romantic anymore. I hung my winter coat on a sturdy hanger, and the hanger didn't bend, didn't complain, just held the weight. I stood there watching it and felt something soften, because I've been needing something that holds without conditions. I used to hang my life on your moves, and the hook would wobble every time you shifted, and I blame myself for the shaking. But the hook was weak and my coat was heavy, and love should not make you apologize for having weight. At work I carried that thought into conversations, into decisions, into small no's that protected my evening. Lunch was quiet, I ate slowly and didn't check my phone out of habit. In the afternoon I felt lonely, briefly like a gust through a hallway, and I didn't run from it. I let loneliness pass because it's weather, not destiny. After work I came home and saw the coat hanging neatly, and it felt like proof support can be simple. I wrote in my notebook, hold me gently or don't hold me. touched the coat sleeve, soft fabric steady, and felt calm. Because my home is learning how to support